Hey, hi, I'm Jason. This is a YouTube show called Buy, Build, Sell. I'm your Los Angeles contractor and developer, and this project is Radcliffe.
Honey, 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 honey.
Now this is our Radcliffe project, and this house is just about 6,000 square feet. It's got a big house in the front and then a massive ADU house in the back. Let's talk about the house for just a quick second. What we're talking about here, we have a 5,000 square foot house and a 1,200 square foot ADU in the back. Now, that means that we have a bunch of bedrooms, a bunch of bathrooms, but the main house is basically gonna be a 5-bedroom, 5.5 bathroom, and then the ADU is gonna be 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms. All right, guys, so we're about to walk into the front of the house. I wanna take you through the house, but I want to warn you, you're gonna fall in love. And I just want you to hold those feelings back and just drop them in the comments, okay? Come on in. So right now we're walking into the front door, okay? This is the front door entrance to the house. Most of the time, I kind of try to actually envision the house entrance from the garage because that's how I walk into my house. I come into the garage, into the main home. So for me, that visual feeling actually happens from this section here, but most of your guests are coming in from there, and most of the time, most people are coming in from the front door, so why not just imagine yourself coming in from the front door? You walk in, you have a big, expansive space, you have your formal living room, your formal dining room, but right here, you're gonna actually walk from the garage into the mudroom. You'll have a little sectional cabinet here that is a good place for you to drop your shoes, a good place for you to hang your coats, get your hats in there. And this is kind of the place where you kind of store the kids' junk. So that way when they're on their way to school or whatever, they kind of have this here ready accessible. So they're not schlepping it and leaving it around the house. Hashtag schlepping. Let's make that a thing. So down here, we made this room into the office, but it's really convertible into any space that can possibly be imagined. Truth is, I would probably use this myself for the kids' playroom, maybe a homework station, right? And a good spot for just keeping the kids occupied on this side of the house. You'll see on the other side of the house, there's a movie theater, which would definitely keep my kids occupied. I just don't know how long I want them occupied for on that. That's the biggest thing. In this house, in this bedroom, you have a full closet and a full bathroom. Now, the coolest thing I'm going to tell you about this room in particular, it could also be converted into a gym. And the reason why is because we actually put a steam unit in the shower. Now the steam unit is called Serene Steam. So you have full glass enclosure, you have the steam unit in the shower, and then you have a normal shower in here as well. It's pretty cool. We use the Chloe tile on this house. Pretty nice tile. It looks really nice. It has that concrete look, but it's obviously fake. It's a porcelain match, so we're not dealing with issues that concrete tile gives you. Concrete tile is really absorbent, so when you lay it in and you don't seal it appropriately, or you have a lot of work happening on the tile before you're actually done with cleaning it, it could get pretty gross and it's hard to really keep clean. I want to show you guys the movie theater. Come on in. You walk in and it's more dark. There's fabric on the wall that helps prevent the sound from going through the walls. Kind of deflects the sound a little bit more. We have a really cool big screen. We have the projector that projects the movie, but the sound system and all that sort of stuff, it's all pretty much the same. There's carpeting here that also dampens the sound. So overall, the environment is different and it really does create that movie theater feel, but the experience could be had whether it was in this room or the family room. So it's just about the people you're with and the food you're eating. So right outside the movie theater, you have the family room and you have this open concept. Essentially, this family room leads you right into the kitchen. You can basically be cooking, preparing, being a part of the family, you're not excluded from anything. You have everyone here, you have everyone here. You have a nice breakfast nook that's going on right here. Now, this kitchen is absolutely stunning. I love this kitchen. Everything from the light fixtures to the ceiling details, to the tile, to the cabinetry, it all kind of just came together and looks amazing. So the appliance package that we're using here is basically the Wolf Sub-Zero package. The only difference is on the dishwasher, we have an ASCO dishwasher. Everything is basically panel ready except for the stove and the microwave. But the fridges are both panels, the dishwasher has a panel on it, and it looks amazing. It was a tough decision to do tile because you want to accentuate the center, right? And this was a little bit of a test for me to kind of see how this would go. But after I step back and look at this thing, I'm just absolutely stunned by it, and I absolutely love how it comes out and looks. Of course, you have your fridge panels, you have your cabinetry, it's all beautiful. And then we have right here what's called the butler's pantry. Now, the dry goods pantry has this really cool barn door on it that we've placed here, and that's going to give us that allowance to completely build out the space inside of here to fully use it, because if we had a swinging door, that door would either be swinging in or swinging out, which would allow us to not use full cabinetry in the space. This is going to really give us that ability to use all the shelves, and it won't be taking up any space. It's a really cool feature that I think came out really great in this space. And in the butler's pantry, this is really meant for your wine, your beers, your glasses, your whiskey bottles, things like that, to kind of really show it off. Maybe put your dining plates in here and your silverware and stuff like that, so that way you can quickly grab that, either bring that to the dining room or bring that into the kitchen. And that's really what this pass-through is. So it allows you to kind of place things as they're here and bring it into that dining room where you might be entertaining or you might have some guests over. Let's go upstairs. So one of the fixtured pieces that I love talking about in homes are the staircases. The reason being is that usually, now I don't want to say this is all the time, it's definitely not all the time, but a lot of the time staircases are actually the centerpiece of the home. They're what tie the whole entire house together. You can't be upstairs unless you've gone through them. And usually you see them pretty soon as you walk into the home. So I love staircases, I love what they do, I love how they bring everything together. And sometimes they can be very, very unique. And sometimes they can just be as simple as this. But if the details are done correctly, it really makes a massive statement. Now behind me also we have 3 bedrooms. Each bedroom will be individually designed. Each bedroom has its own bathroom and its own closet. So you'll see those right now in our B-roll. Pausing for B-roll. Once we move past here, this is our lounge area. So this is where I imagine we're dropping a couch, dropping the PlayStation, and the kids can kind of play up here when they're not downstairs. Right here we have our laundry room, and this laundry room is really cool. In here, we really accomplished all we needed to do in a laundry room. It's a pretty big laundry room, just from having what we've got here. We have a nice sink for those tough stains that need to get out. We have our laundry space, we have a shelf to put things. But what we needed to put in here, what we were forced to put in here, but I think actually added a tremendous amount of value to the home, is this upper cabinetry up here with this rod. Now we added the rod as a place to hang things as it's needed, to let it dry or whatever if you can't put it in the machines itself. But we did this really cool rustic industrial rod that I made out of plumbing. I just love it so much. It's so nice. And I didn't even have to paint it. It's so good. For the final leg of the tour, okay? And don't worry, there'll be another episode coming that's gonna give you a tour just of the ADU in the back. And we'll also do one in the backyard as well. Now, into the primary bedroom. Now, what you're gonna walk into here is very simple. You have a hers and hers closet, and he gets none of it. So check this out. We have a really sweet mantle that we did, made completely out of stone, completely wrapping the fireplace. There's a lot going on in here. So take a deep breath, count to 3, let it out. That was for everyone out there. Okay. Take a deep breath, count to 3, and then follow me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Every time I come in here, this is my favorite room to come into, just because it's, first of all, it's massive. Okay, it's big, it's huge. There's way too much space in here, and I think it's a bit aggressive. Okay, like maybe we should have gone 2 feet smaller on both sides or something like that. It's just, this is so big, but it's amazing. We have this really great, this is a massive shower, by the way. This is a double shower. That means that there's 2 valves for the whole entire system. So you have one side and the other. Again, this is probably a hers and hers situation, right? One for the legs, one for the hair, right? Anyway, that's the shower, it's massive. And then we have these double vanities against each other. We have this beautiful symmetry, literally from this line of the cabinetry down. You can take a mirror picture. You have this beautiful symmetrical space that just works out really great. It looks beautiful. And it's those details that really matter that kind of make it exact, you know, that the spacing is just exactly where it needs to be, that it's actually lining up exactly where it's supposed to. This is the culmination of all of that effort over the last 10, 11 months that brings us to this point where we finally have a beautiful house to share with you guys. So of course, if you appreciate that work and you appreciate all the work that I'm putting into this, go ahead, leave me a comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and like this video. I really do appreciate your support. It's massive motivation for me to keep bringing you awesome content. But to be honest, I'm starving, I'm hungry, and I want to go home. Bye. Stop following me. Stop! You still there? I was hoping you'd wait for me. Come on, let's go eat something.